y'all, my name is Cassandra and I also go by Cass. Happy Black History Month. Now, it's been a little over a week, but I am back. And I have an art show coming up this Saturday. I still need to finish 2 paintings. That's the goal. If I don't finish those, I'm just going to use some older pieces that I have. I really want to finish those 2 for this show. Now, I also need to go to the store and buy me some little hooks and wire so that I can hang up all of my paintings easily, have them hang ready. So I'm thinking, let's do a little show and tell for the pieces that I know for sure are going to be going into the art show. First up, we have We Can Never Be. Now, the title was inspired by there's a song called The Recipe by Sir. And in that song, he repeats We Can Never Be. And I was listening to that while I was painting this. That's the title. As I mentioned in my last couple of videos, the fairy and the bee, they have like this thing going on, but it can never be because she is a fairy and he is a bee. I started working on this piece about 2 years ago, and it was just the background at first. And I left it to the side because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with it. I ended up adding on the milk and honey because I don't know, for some reason, when I just stared at the yellow part, all I could think of was these honey comb patterns and stuff like that. So that is what I ended up adding. With the honey came the milk, and then I wanted to add the flowers there, and the flowers made me think of the fairy. Thus, We Could Never Be was born. Now, this piece is acrylic on canvas. It is 16 by 20 inches, and she will be at the art show this weekend. She still has to be wired and ready to hang, and I also still got to sign her, and we'll be good to go. This next piece is actually making a return to this same art show, actually. It was inspired by this picture that I took in Miami on their like art district. The sign is a no outlet sign, and on it is spray painted "Keep Moving Forward." So a bit of a contradiction right there, and that was done on purpose. So it's supposed to represent there's obstacles in your way, or someone is telling you like, "Nah, like this is not for you. Like you're gonna keep pushing forward, and you're gonna keep doing what you got to do because you know that this is your path." So yeah. With this painting, I wanted to incorporate some of the things that I used from my painting titled Old School New Era. That one is sold. If I can find a picture of it, I'll put it up here. But yeah, some of these are repeated from there. For example, this little alien one is actually featured on that last painting as well, the Old School New Era. And then some of them are just stickers that mean something to me. This palm tree represents a photo that I took when I was in Arizona. Right here is a actual picture of one of my drawings that I've done, or like a miniature painting. So this one is also 16 by 20 inches and acrylic on canvas. And as you can see, it is still sitting in our hobby room. So that means she is not purchased yet. So like, yeah, I think she would look lovely on one of your walls. Hit me up, DM me, all of that. Next one. So this was one that I took on a commute on my way to go get me some Jimmy John's. Don't hate on Jimmy John's, okay? I love me some Jimmy John's. I was at a red light. So snap that quick picture. It was really for the sky. This, if I can find the real picture of it, I will put it on here as well, and I'll show you guys. But the sky was amazing. I had to take that picture. Um, this one right here was taken as I was flying over Arizona, and I absolutely adore Arizona. Y'all kind of lacking in the diversity department. However, y'all like scenery, your landscaping is extremely diverse, and I love that for you guys. So yeah, I can't wait to visit again. And then this last piece is just to pay homage to, all the little black girls that grew up in like the early 2000s, late 90s, uh, with the hair bow container. And then the background is actually kind of supposed to represent peak oil moisturizer. That's what I used to use in my hair. And then, yeah, it always had like that really distinct color to it. It was like this weird color pink. So I tried to recreate that just a little bit. But yeah, moving on. Now, I've been working on this piece right here, currently untitled as well. It is 18 by 24. Also, use a reference that I actually took myself at this. I took a picture of these. I don't know what these are called. I took a picture of them though, like little pores at the bars. And I fell in love with that picture, and I decided that I wanted to change the color palette up a little bit. So the bottles themselves are like a little bit more of a bluer glass. Clearly I went with green here. Um, I wanted like that darker, earthy, kind of like the jewel tone look for this right here. I'm liking it. I think I can get it done by this weekend, but if not, I don't want to rush the process. Um, so yeah, if we don't get it done, we don't get it done. We'll be in another art show, and if we do, it'll also be there this weekend. I've been talking for a while now. I think it's time to paint and drink some water.